wanted that action. And when Sierra Leoneans kept telling the president, reduce your travel. When it started initially, President Kangiol Mambak talk. Ladies and gentlemen, they continue for fly. Fast forward to IMF report, highlighting even the traveling. Now the pardon say, it go caution the traveling. Okay.
Yeah.
So it had to take IMF report, not the voices of the people in the country you govern. Some of those people who even voted for you, who even support you, who love you and are genuinely just criticizing from a good point. You couldn't listen. You had to wait for IMF to decide now that, okay, the trips should be looked into. And suddenly we're at a point now where President is saying we're going to caution our expenditure as a nation.
Indeed.
And these are all things that people had been complaining about. Spend within your means. But oh no, oh yeah, we couldn't spend within our means. Again, we would have to wait for IMF and some other international body to come and tell us as a nation that these are problems, these are loopholes, these are gaps, these are areas where you could strengthen. What it makes salon people in your voice not be get that much power for talk to president? Why did it have to take the IMF? We're not to IMF votes for President Bio. It's the people of Sierra Leone who votes for President Bio. How come the IMF in voice become more powerful now to President Bio than the voice of the people of Sierra Leone where President Bio was elected to govern? These are things I really sometimes get confused about. It brings us to that point where we have many of these international reports that come and praise certain areas, but then the people take corruption, for example. We will do well by MCC, scorecard, and we can't tell we say you've done well here and there. But when you talk to the ordinary Sierra Leonean, they would tell you, may not see the impact of Dandy. Yesterday, the Minister of Information and Civic Education sat here and he spoke about, it was such an interesting conversation they had. I couldn't find politics in it. I found true Sierra Leoneans having conversations, a conversation for the betterment of the nation. And kudos to Chegnoba and Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kabu for that. We talk about all these good things on figures, on paper. But does it trickle down to the ordinary Sierra Leonean? What is the gap, or where is the problem that creates the gap from the beautiful story on paper to the reality on ground for Sierra Leoneans? Where is that gap? What is causing the gap? It's a significant gap. We talk about all what we're doing, all the economy is doing well, but where are the indicators, the pointers that trickles down to the average Sierra Leonean's daily experiences that can say, oh, yeah, the country don't the sweets aside in this small. It's just, you know, too many things, man. Really too many things. But it's really disheartening that we had to get to a point for IMF to issue that report with all the other reports put together for President to now give us that New Year Day message. I keep saying that some of these problems that they're solving now, if only they were humble. When I say they, I mean the President Julius Maada Bio-led government. If only they were humble enough the first year, 2 and 3 in office to listen to people, get the right people to support them, we probably would not have been where we are today. They started with a lot of arrogance. When Professor David Francis was chief minister, there was a lot of arrogance. If they had taken time